Hey everybody, this is Herschel Froome from High School Top 200. This is just my first thoughts of the weekend and the games that have been played and things like that, and just to give you a sort of first reaction to what I think that is going to happen over these next few days of rankings and people going up and people coming down. The top 20, the top 50 will be done this week, so people within the top 50 that have had good wins are most likely to go up, and the guys that have lost within the top 50 are going to be dropping back, obviously, depending on who has won and who has lost. So St. Kitts and Dilworth was not really a surprise. The only surprise to me was the scoreline. I thought it would be a lot closer than that. Dilworth is a better team than 14 points and then letting 35 points in. But I'll do a write-up on that as well, so that would be coming. Tamaki losing 46-8 to Kelson Boys is not a Tamaki thing. I don't think that there's that big of a difference. Either Tamaki had a big day or they just faltered under the pressure, because that's kind of how it is when you're new to the 1A, and also Liston had that kind of type of game, 38-3 to Mags. Mags actually need to keep winning. They have fallen behind, a bit inconsistent, things like that, and so they need to get back to a point where they can start winning games and also getting close to the bigger teams and better teams within the competition. The De La Salle and Sacred Heart, that was actually a big surprise. Maybe De La Salle is a lot better than a lot of us think. I mean, De La Salle even beat Auckland Grammar, so maybe there is something to that as well. Auckland Grammar beating Kings. Obviously, they're going to jump up into possibly the top 5. Right now, I'm looking at top 5 for Auckland Grammar. Aorere and St. Peter's being abandoned. Sort your stuff out. Both schools. Westlake winning 36-0 against Orewa. Takapuna losing to Birkenhead. I didn't see that one coming. I don't know what happened at the game, and if there's footage of the game, I would love to see it, because that shouldn't have happened. Just taken from the scores, Takapuna should have actually beat them by at least 15 points. So whatever happened on that day, and you decided to play bad that day, and Birkenhead decided to play good, it just doesn't look good for Takapuna anyway. Massey got another win. Massey's a slow team coming, and there's something wrong, because that team is good. They have size, they have the physicality, they're very good ball runners. When I saw them against Rangitoto, I couldn't understand what was going on, because they have the talent there, and so something's not going on something's going wrong with Massey. I don't know what it is, but they should get back to their winning ways. Rosa got a bit of a revenge on Rangitoto, 20-18, which it actually does measure up pretty well between those two teams, and it's kind of like whoever turns up better on the day is the one that's actually going to win that game, and that's how I see that. Manurewa High School beat James Cook, and James Cook isn't too bad, but I think Manurewa has actually woken up finally and putting some performances together. Pukekohe beat Rosehill. St. John's finally getting back onto it with their 37-6 over Cambridge High School, who is a pretty good team, with a lot returning next year. Taumudu winning 40 over Alfriston, 40-15. Hastings Boys High School and Napier, I think my prediction was pretty accurate, but from the reports that I got back, and I'm still waiting for hopefully the footage comes soon, but the reports I got back was that Napier actually played them pretty well, and a lot of that scoring was just off little mistakes that Hastings jumped on and benefited off it. But from what a lot of people said, the scoreline should have maybe have been 21-7 or 21-10. That was the feeling that everyone kind of had in that game. It was kind of around there. Palmy Boys, you know, that's not good when you get 76 points put on you when you just came off 100. That's got to be the worst 2 weeks that Palmy has had ever. I'm not too sure what's going on with them. I hope they get it together, because a team like that shouldn't be in that circumstance and in that situation. Silverstream beat White Upper 85-0. I heard it was a really good game between Wellington and Rongotai as well, with Wellington pulling away from that one. Kapiti beating Purirua. If someone has footages of that game, I really want to watch that game. I heard that was a really good game to go and watch. Kapiti winning 36-33. Good high scoring too. Like, at least we both know that they have offense, or both defenses were lacking, something like that. But send me some footage. Send me the game or something. I really want to watch that one. Tawa getting a win, 46-12. Scots and St. Pat's Town with their 48-34. It's a massive scoreline. There's a lot of scoring. Must have been a pretty exciting game too. So shout out to Scots. I'm not too sure how it'll work out, but Scots are sitting 26th or 7th. That actually could move them up into the top 25. I just got to sit down and work it all out. Wesley winning 27-0 over Lindisfarne. 44-24, Francis Douglas and St. Paul's Collegiate. Another big game, St. Peter's going down to Fielding and beating Fielding 21-19. So that's going to be that's going to count a lot to into the rankings and stuff like that, especially for Fielding. Timaru getting 66 points over Burnside. I actually thought Lincoln was going to beat Shirley. Like, I had Lincoln to beat Shirley. Shirley beat them 17-15. St. Andrews just losing by 2 to Christchurch Boys, which I heard was a pretty mean game too. St. Bede's has got to work something out. That 64-17 lost to Nelson. I don't believe Nelson is that much better than that scoreline says over St. Bede's. I think St. Bede's is a bit better than what that is. Marlborough got the win over Rangiora. Christ College finally pulled away in the second half to beat Mid Canterbury. John McGlashan got 65. Beat Tyree. Waitaki Boys and Mount Aspiring. Mount Aspiring is actually pretty good this year. They seem to be fighting back a lot, and I guess they have a good contingency, a good containment of players that they've kept that have actually got them a lot better and a lot closer to the other schools. St. Kevin's losing to Otago Boys 2nd-15. South Otago also beating Kavanagh 75-19. It was good. I got out to out to Manurewa High School and watched the under-15s play Sacred Heart under-15s, which was really cool to see. And Botany Downs, I went and saw Botany Downs in them, and you know, which was a big, massive game, and that actually means a lot too with that game, because that 1B, I think, is getting closer and closer to what I think the 1A is eventually going to be. I think if there's a lot more players that get into that realm of playing better, the 1A is going to have to do something and open it up, because that 1B I don't think is that far behind. St. Paul's beat Howick. Avondale and Tangaroa had another good win with 36-14. Otahu College lost again to McLean's, and Otahu, man, you've got to do something. Something's got to have to happen. Something's got to have to change. And don't tell me you don't have talent, because you've got talent. Like, I know that there's talent there. Edgewater just beat up Papatoetoe, which is a pretty big one. I picked Papatoetoe to win that one. Pakuranga also won over Mangere College 39-21. One Tree Hill won again. I'm going to see One Tree Hill soon. It was going to be this coming week against Ongehanga, but Teote and Wesley are playing, and both of those teams close to my heart because those were the traditionals that we used to play when we were at school, when I was at Church College. And so I'm going to go out there and enjoy that day with them. And so I'll pick another game to go and see Onehunga as well as One Tree Hill. Just judging from all the scores that have come through, the top 25, the top 5 is going to change quite a bit. The top 10 is going to change quite a bit. The top 25 is going to have a lot of sort of movement on the back end of the rankings, especially with De La Salle moving all the way up. They're going to be moving all the way up because beating Sacred Heart is a big deal. Especially when they have Auckland Grammar on that list, and how Auckland Grammar has turned out to be, and also the way that they've been in Sacred Heart and the way that Sacred Heart is as well. And so the top 25 is going to change on that back end quite a bit. The 10 to 15 probably will only change just because of everybody else changing around them. Not because those teams within that realm were losing or winning or whatever like that. But yeah, Palmy boys are going to... I don't know. I don't want to make an excuse for Palmy boys to stay within the top 25. But because of that, such a bad 2 weeks, I can't see them hanging around in that top 25. Top 50, 25 to 35 is actually going to change kind of a bit. It's going to change quite a bit because of the teams that actually have improved a lot within that section. It's looking like St. Bede's might fall out of the top 25. I'm thinking about Botany Downs, One Tree Hill, teams like that actually moving up into the top 50. And I don't know, and I'm going to just try and figure out and sit down and figure out how to work out the St. Peter's and Old Ere situation and kind of what that means, and see if I can get some answers from the Auckland Rugby Unions to see what they are going to do with that game again. If they're going to replay it or they're just going to give them no points and just count them as a loss to both of them. If that happens, that's pretty sad, but that's what you get, I guess, if you want to act that way. Top 50 is going to change. The year 12s, the top 100 year 12s is going to change. I've got some new guys moving all the way up, some big teams, some big players moving all the way up. I found some new players that I really, really like that I think match up as well. So there's going to be about 7 or so that make some big moves and that get added to the top 100 year 12s. Herschel, top 200 piece.